your presence today here in the celebration of Day of Portugal, Camões and Portuguese communities. We will start our event with a short concert by singer Rita Maria and pianist Filipe Raposo, followed by a cocktail. But before that, and to start on the right note, I'm delighted to welcome pianist Filipe Raposo to perform the national hymns of Portugal, Czechia and the European Union. Filipe, the floor is yours. Thank you.
Your Excellency, Deputy Minister for Foreign Affairs, Marisha Tarova, dear colleagues and friends, esteemed compatriots, ladies and gentlemen. Some days ago, I was presented with a draft speech for this occasion, prepared by artificial intelligence. I was grateful for the suggestion, but I prefer to believe that I can still put together a few words of my own to address it. They may not be quite as eloquent or polished, but they are certainly more genuine and closer to the heart. And so, I would like to begin by thanking you all for your presence at this initiative, through which we mark here in the beautiful city of Prague the Day of Portugal, of Camões, and of the Portuguese communities. This is an occasion to reaffirm our roots, to remember our greatest poet, Camões, and to recognize that Portugal's reach extends far beyond its geographical borders, given the presence of Portuguese in every corner of the world. I felt it appropriate for this purpose to follow an approach that has been adopted for several years now, and which in 2025 proved successful, judging by the feedback I received. With the invaluable collaboration of the Portuguese Language Center in Prague, responsible for coordinating the teaching of Portuguese in this country and for shaping our cultural program, I bring you today another brief foray into Portuguese music, which I hope you will enjoy. In this spirit, allow me to highlight the work of Rita Maria, a Portuguese singer of a remarkable sensitivity and expressive depth, and of Felipe Raposo, an equally distinguished pianist and composer. I hope you will enjoy their music as much as I do. When I arrived to this country nearly 2 years ago, I observed with satisfaction that there were genuine curiosity and interest in Portugal among many Czechs. There was already a significant flow of tourism between our two countries, which continues to grow, greatly facilitated by an increasing number of air connections, particularly to our Atlantic islands, Madeira and Azores, which are especially popular destinations here in Czech Republic. This positive trend owes much to the excellent work carried out by Tourism Portugal. I also observed a keen enthusiasm for learning the Portuguese language, coupled with a genuine interest in our history and culture, particularly among younger people. This was evident during visits I undertook to various university campuses, as well as to secondary schools where Portuguese is taught, thanks to the dedication of teachers and academic leaders. On our part, we have risen to this momentum by recently concluding new cooperation agreements with some other universities and educational institutions. It is also worth noting that economic ties between our two countries continue to strengthen. Czech Republic is now the 16th largest destination for Portuguese exports and 18th largest source of imports. Bilateral investment figures, likewise, reflect this positive trend, experiencing a robust and encouraging growth of 24% in the last year. If across multiple domains the strengthening of our bilateral relationship is clear, the time I have spent among you, and here I address our Czech officials and friends, has confirmed for me the excellence of that relationship grounded in a shared set of common values. Portugal and Czechia, countries of comparable size, are both firmly committed to the European project and to upholding the peace, freedom, democracy and social justice that it embodies. We also stand together within NATO, a cornerstone of our collective defense, especially in these unsettled times when security concerns are very much at the forefront for us all. United we are in our support for Ukraine and engaged in the continuation of the ammunition initiative. We, likewise, share the conviction that the international order must be based on rules rather than the exercise of force, and that defense of multilateralism is of paramount importance. We are committed in defending these values during our future mandate in the UN Security Council. This year, Portugal marks the 5th anniversary of the entry into force of the Constitution of the Portuguese Republic, following the Revolution of April 1974. It was an innovative text, one that laid the foundations of modern Portugal, and which, interestingly, went on to inspire constitutional frameworks in several other countries, namely in the Czech Republic. We also celebrate the 4th anniversary of Portugal's accession to the then European Economic Community, a defining milestone in the country's modern history. It enabled a profound transformation of Portugal and firmly anchored it within a broader dynamic, one capable both of honoring its past and of projecting it into the future. Today, 4 decades on, this course continues to enjoy the support of an overwhelming majority of the Portuguese people. In this trajectory too, there are clear parallels with the Czech Republic. Finally, as the 3rd of this year's milestone anniversaries, we also mark the 30th anniversary of the Community of Portuguese Language Countries, a community with which the Czech Republic has been formally associated as an observer since November 2016. I wish to believe that together, once again in close alignment with the Czech Republic, we shall be able to continue successfully along a shared path so that, hopefully, we may leave to our children a world better than the one we inherited. On this occasion, as we celebrate Portugal Day, I would like to extend to my compatriots present here my appreciation for the contribution they make to promoting our country in the Czech Republic. This stands as a testament to successful integration and an example of fruitful coexistence, which in turn also helps to strengthen the European project. Whether they are the many young people participating in the Erasmus program, or the equally numerous university students who for many years have chosen the Czech Republic to pursue studies in medicine and more recently in other fields, whether they are self-employed professionals or Portuguese national working in major international companies based in Prague, without forgetting our researchers and the wider community in the scientific, academic and cultural spheres, all, without exception, uphold in their respective fields an excellence that makes me, as a representative of Portugal, really proud. Allow me to conclude with a final word to express my gratitude to the entire team at the Embassy and to the dynamic Portuguese Language Center for the support provided in making this National Day possible. I would also like to extend my thanks to the Czech company Liquor, a well-known importer and distributor of port wine and other Portuguese wines, for its contribution to this initiative. Once again, I'm most grateful for your presence. Viva Portugal, viva a República Checa.
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it's my great pleasure to be here tonight. I didn't consult the artificial intelligence, but I think that I can say with a clear conscience that the relations between the Czech Republic and the Portuguese Republic are excellent. We are closely cooperating partners and allies in the EU, the NATO and other international organizations. We work together bilaterally as well as in all relevant fora, including the UN. So, on behalf of my country, I would like to extend my warmest congratulations to Portugal on its election as a non-permanent member of the United Nations Security Council for the term 2027-2028. This achievement reaffirms your traditionally strong role within the United Nations. I wish you every success during its 2-year term and trust it will be marked by significant progress and positive changes. Even if the position of a non-permanent member is not easy at all. As the president of the UN Economic and Social Council, I had the opportunity to see it up very close. The historic lessons both of our nations learned with dictatorships in the 20th century help us understand well and in time what is at stake for Europe today, especially in the face of the ongoing war waged by Russia against Ukraine. Many of the most important questions we currently deal with in Europe and beyond were discussed on the occasion of the visit of the President of Portugal in Prague in February last year. We highly value our dialogue and encourage it to continue in the years to come, based but not limited to on the Memorandum of Understanding on political consultations between our Ministries of Foreign Affairs. In our relations, we can rely on the growing number of our citizens visiting your beautiful country and Portuguese visiting another beautiful country, I mean the Czech Republic. We are delighted that Portugal was the guest of honor at the 2025 International Book Fair and Literary Festival Book World Prague, Svět knihy. You know that one of the top priorities of our government is economic diplomacy. We can and must build on the continuous interest of our respective business communities to strengthen our economic cooperation, of our scientific communities to participate in joint projects, and of our cultural and artistic communities to expand mutual contacts. I am thus personally very happy to celebrate Dia de Portugal, de Camões e das Comunidades Portuguesas tonight with you. I started this speech by wishing you the best, and I would like to end it with the same. All the best to the Portuguese people and your country. Thank you very much.
Canta essa mente da palavra.